Hey there, guys. So, it's been a little while. We are in winter wonderland here in New York, actually online. The last few days have been like 50, maybe today was actually like 55 degrees. Changed the oil in the Honda Civic for the first time. Um, and the last few days actually haven't been too bad. This has been, I would say, a pretty mild winter. Northeast New York, Hudson Valley area. This winter has been pretty mild. I can really say that. And I'm not complaining at all. You guys saw me, I've been out on a mountain bike and man, I've been enjoying that. I'm looking at it now. That thing is, yeah, it's pretty, it's pretty muddy. You look at it. If you look at it here, you can see it's got its share of mud. But yeah, but it's pretty muddy, and I've enjoyed getting out there and riding those trails, just trying to get my cardio back under me. I actually want to do another review video for this giant Talon 3, which is, to me, I think a decent beginner bike, but it just needed a few upgrades, and I'll kind of talk about that. And I also got to do another video for Moto Nut on my my Moto Bicane that I have over here, and I'm going to do a video on that. I got to put the gravel tires that I have over here, I got to put that on it though. And this area I want to take it up. I want to take you guys to, and we'll have a little chat talking about it up there. I mean, it's just a nice area up there anyway. Yeah, so the V-Star is here. Figured I was watching Harley Day Riders video, and we were chatting in the comments, and I was like, yeah, I got it in pieces. I'm putting it, changing the shock, and he's like, oh, I hope you're videoing that. I was like, nah, I'm not videoing it. And I kind of got a laugh out of that, but oh, I gotta show you that too. But anyway, I was just gonna show you. I know he was curious, so I figured I would just show what I was doing. So remember, this is the progressive shock, as you can, hopefully you can see. I should just flip that light around. All right. Okay. Yeah, so this is the compressor, the progressive shock. That is not really in very good condition, but it is in good condition. I had took it apart from here and all through, put new oil in it, and cleaned out all the seals. Some dirt got up in here and ruptured one of the seals in there. And look at that. You could see, looks like, I don't even know what that is, but something is up in there. Anyway, so I ended up taking it apart and cleaning it and redoing that. But I don't know, I wasn't really too happy with it. So what I did was I pulled the spring off. I bought a stock shock off of eBay, which was still in decent condition. I set it at there is 1, 2, 3, so the 4th position from the highest. So I set it there, and this is the progressive spring. This is the stock spring here. This spring, that's the stock spring. As you can see, I use some tie straps. You just basically tie the straps in through here, through the sides, and crank it. Crank, and crank on this side, on both sides, until the spring compresses. Once it compresses enough, then you can pull this out. This little piece here, you can actually pull that out. So again, this here is the progressive spring. As you can see, they have some different ratings here, 850/1200. So I guess the more weight on the bike, the more it compresses, the stiffer it'll get. So it'll go up to 1200 pounds. Whatever. I also want to clean out in here. This is the interior compartment, and you can see just how filthy down in there is. That little box is where the shock connects to. Then you can see the back wheel. So, you know, as you ride, all that dirt and gunk just flies up, and it gets it all gets just collected and caked on down there. So I'm gonna spray it with some, I have just some soap and water in a bottle. I'm gonna spray it down and just wipe it all down. This is where the battery goes here. My ECU connects right there. That's my ECU connection. As you can see, that black holes and everything connects here. And this is where my fuel pump is inside here. So yeah, this is basically your reserve. So if you run out of gas in here, let's lean it up a little more, up a little more, up a little more. All right, so you run out of gas in here, then this is all you have left. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm working on. Everything else in here is decently clean. Could be a little cleaner, but that's fine. But in there, I just want to spray that down, and I'll spray it down with some soap and water and kind of just clean it all out. I'm just going to see if I can get the shock in for tonight. So if I can get the shock in for tonight, that's good enough for me for right now, and I'll do the rest later on. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm working on and what I've been up to for now, for the time being. Trying to get out and ride the bicycles as much as I can. Keep the cardio good, keep the health good. That's very important. I urge anybody that if you're getting a little older, like I am, and you're trying to just do something on daily, you know, look into some cycling, walking, anything like that, just to keep yourself going. Alrighty, so it's just a short video, just showing some things that I'm working on and just doing a little bit of cleaning up. I had to get some new spark plugs, put some new plugs in there. I've been enjoying you guys' videos. Thank you guys for getting us guys in the Northeast through the winters, and we definitely do appreciate it. I do appreciate a lot of you guys checking out even some of my older videos and commenting on some of those, and those of you that have been leaving likes and sharing them and, you know, things like that. I really do appreciate that. You can see that Harbor Freight jack. That's been doing an awesome job. That thing's amazing. You just gotta love that thing. It does such a great job there. So alrighty, so we'll talk in a little bit. I do have a few more videos to come to show you, and I look forward to sharing that with you guys. So till then, we shall talk. I'm trying to figure out where the first ride is going to be to. Trying to find a destination, somewhere to take you. And also going to have another fairing that I will be putting on. So this fairing will be coming off, and I'll have some videos on that also in due time. All right, so we'll talk in a bit, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you, all of you, for the inspiration and the uploads that you do. HDR, it's always appreciated with you know, the constant uploads that you do and the videos you're putting up, and amazing topics and little chats that you do. It's always really nice. All right, so I cleaned in there up a little bit. Top part of the shock is in. Bottom part is in. And it's over the little mount, as you can see there. Let's see if you can see it from the underside. Yeah, so there it is. It's just hanging right underneath. Okay, as you can see, I'm gonna slip. You see these little, let's make sure the light is shining over there. I like to grease these things up right here. Let's put the light over here so you can see better. I like to grease these things right here. You can just slide them out, and when you pull it out, it's hard for me to get my hand in there, but good Lord. Let's move the light. Okay, so you can just pull it out, okay, and then you can grease it. You see you have those little bearings in there? You see them? Those bearings? You want to keep those greased. Anytime you take this apart, I put some new grease on these little, I guess you can call them like a slider, but afterwards they'll slide right back in there. Only takes a few minutes. Only takes a few minutes to put a little grease on them and then put them back in there. It's gonna catch that nut up on the top. That's the only reason why I'm not doing it now. So I'm just gonna put it back in there. Yeah, so I'll take a little lithium soap grease and put it in there and grease that up. Make sure that's nice and just make sure that's nice and greased up. Okay, I'll do the same thing with this one here. There's another one up here that I can't get to right now. It's up here, it's in the frame, and you have to take out the radiator fluid to get to it. So right now I'm not gonna bother with that. So yeah, let's grease that up, put those back in there. I'm gonna grease these up. Okay, this one I'm gonna pull that one up, grease it up a little bit, clean this off, and put the bolt through here and through here, and then reattach the dog bones, and that'll be pretty much that for that part of the suspension. So just a little added clip for you guys so you can get an idea of what it is that I'm doing. But that's pretty much it. This is the underside, and let's get the light, and that's the other side there, so you can see pretty much the assembly. Very tight area to work in, not much space at all, as you can see. Not a lot of space. So but pretty much a new shock with that progressive spring. That shock had very little miles on it, very clean, as you can see. With the progressive spring on there, it's going to give a lot better ride in the back end. It's a little bit of a step down from the actual progressive shock, but it's the way that I'm going to go from this point forward. I'll just, if that shock ends up going out, go on eBay, find another one, probably about 30-40 bucks, pull the spring off of it, put that spring on there, throw it in there, and ride on. All right, So hope you enjoyed this little bit of an addition.